Hello Facebook, it is I, the founder and CEO of Forgotten Veterans UK. And it's getting exciting. Ooh. Oh, what's getting exciting, Gary, you might ask? Well, 24 hours until Extreme Porta-Looing. Well, technically 23 hours until Extreme Porta-Looing. So we're just putting all the final things together now. We're just packing up at the vault, ready to go. Sorting all the food stores out, sorting all the bedding out, sorting out the things. We've got, I'm meeting the people down there tomorrow morning to sign over the keys to have access to the common. We've got the railings, we've got all the tents. So it's getting exciting, and we do like a bit of extreme Porta-Looing. So those that aren't aware, so 2 years ago, little Mel Moore did extreme busing, where he used his national bus pass to get from, I don't know where he got from. Yes, I do know where he got from. Torquay. He got from Torquay to Portsmouth using only his national bus pass, and it took him a couple of days. And what a wonderful event that was. Him and his little dog Whisper, and he had a support team, and he marched through the line and all of that. So now, two years later, we were going to do this sooner, but now 2 years later, finally, we've got permission to do extreme Porta-Looing. Why Portaloo? People are probably asking themselves, well, why not? No one set a record in this to date. There's probably a good reason, because it's absolutely mental. But we're going to go for it. We've got 4 veterans sitting in 4 Portaloos for 5 days without leaving it once. They're not allowed to step out of that Portaloo for 5 days. It's harder than what people think, I think. I'm sure it all seems like a good idea, and I bet 24 hours, 48 hours into it, these guys are going to be sat there thinking, what the hell are we doing? See you later, Dead Gary. What the hell are we doing sat in these bloody Portaloos? But why not, eh? So we're hoping to get some press coverage this week. We're encouraging people to come down to the Common and come and say hi and meet some of the team and all the wonderful things that go alongside it. If you can't and you're not local to Portsmouth, well, there is a Just Giving page, so all donations are gratefully received, even if it is only a £5. £5 soon add up. So if you can spare a couple of shekels for such an amazing, if slightly odd, fundraising event, I'm sure it would be mostly appreciated. But, like I always say, it's not about what's raised, it's about the fact that we're out there yet again flying the Forgotten Veteran flag, working together, engaging with the public, spreading the words, selling merchandise, giving out information. And if all we get at the end of it is a few more supporters and a few more clients, then it's got to be worth it. And I cannot thank Dead Gary, Mike, Ian, and who else? Who was the other one? Dead Gary, Mike, Ian, and I don't know. Oh my God, I've got brain freeze. Mike, Ian, Dead Gary. So who's the 4th one? It is here somewhere. I don't even know who's going in there. Sorry. It's been hectic. It has been really, really hectic. But, as I said, Extreme Porta-Looing kicks off tomorrow at 4 p.m. and will run until 4 p.m. on Sunday afternoon. We're holding a coming out parade, if that's quite the terminology we're looking for. But they will be coming out of the Porta-Looing at 4 o'clock on Sunday. So we're going to encourage as many to come down as possible to come down and to cheer them out. And I think after 5 days, that's it, me, Chris Nichols. So I now know. So it's Ted Carey, it's Ted Carey, Mike Hewitt, Ian Bailey, and Chris Nichols. And Chris Nichols are going to be sat in the Portaloo for 5 days to the hour. Like I said, this ain't going to be easy as easy as it sounds. And I think once the initial feeling of I'm sat in the Portaloo's past, it's going to be trickier than what it seems. So we're going to need lots of support. We're going to need lots of people coming down to say hi, lots of people throwing some quids in the bucket, and more the merrier, because, let's raise some much needed funds for the charity. I think you can all see recently how busy we've been and how much we're working. So what else have we got lined up after this? So, Extreme Porta-Looing ends on Sunday at 4 o'clock. Then we're going to have one night indoors to do some Dobie and have a clean up. And then we're back to host 8 people from the, what are they called? I can't think again. Something on projects. Basically, we've got 8 adults with learning difficulties coming here for a one-night camp with our wonderful team of volunteers and recipients. And some people might say, well, Gary, they're not veterans. Well, that might be very much the case, right? But I ask you to slow down and think about the bigger picture, okay? Okay, they're not veterans, but there is a large team of veterans involved in their one-night camp, working with them, mucking about with them, teaching them stuff, playing games with them. And, what it does for the individuals is second to none. Okay. And, even off the back of the cadet event the other day, I've had an influx now of new supporters, new donators. I've had 2 people in since the cadet that said, my son was a cadet there, never knew nothing about the charity, but I do this and I do this, and I'd like to help out with what you've done. Listening to the your story, Gary, and the way that this charity's been raised and the objectives of the charity is second to none. So sometimes you have to come out of the wire, guys, a little bit, and you've got to start thinking about other people beyond the veteran community. And if in turn that gives us more supporters, more volunteers, and gives the veterans a lot of self-respect and self-worth from helping in such events, it's got to be worthwhile. We're looking to do a much bigger event next year. We're possibly looking at going to Romania to paint an orphanage and build them stuff and give them all toys and spend a few days with them out there, and then before we come home. And again, it's the same meaning as anything else. What it will do for the Romanian orphans is second to none, and let them feel that people do care. But what it will do for the veterans that are going on that is second to none. And when I asked it as a sort of generic question, who would like to be involved in such a project, every one of them put their hands up and said, yes, please, I'd like to do it. Can't take them all, obviously. But, so next year we intend to go off to... we tend to work with the Order of St. Djokovic and go off and do some sort of humanitarian work as well, Some veterans go up mountains for a kick. Some veterans go in rally cars across the Sahara. It's no different, but we're choosing to actually engage with other people because we think that that's just as important. So it's all good on that note. We've got the adults with learning difficulties for one night on the 20th, and they go home on the 21st. Then we've got hopefully a couple of days at home. I'm going to be at home for a couple of days working from home. I will have to see my wife at some stage. And then we're back for a group camp as from the Friday the 24th, 25th, 26th and 27th, and Monday the 27th. We've still got more places available for that. So if you fancy coming and get involved, if you want to come as a recipient, if you want to come as a volunteer, if you want to just come and peel spuds, whatever, there's plenty of space there as well. That's going to be quite a busy weekend because we've got Lee on Solent Festival, military festival to do for 3 days. And we're also going off to build some planters for a community group on the Sunday as well as continue with our works on the memorial garden and the yurts. So a busy weekend for us all there, but a rewarding one, I'm 100% sure. So lots going on at FV UK at the moment, as you can tell. Extreme Porta-Looing starts tomorrow. If you haven't thrown a fiver in the hat, then please do, if you can afford to. If you're already a donator to the charity, then we appreciate every penny that you give to us. But if you could squeeze another couple of shekels just to make it, to raise some more funds, that'd be great. I'll be trying to come down Friday, Stuart Kenny. Is that for the camp, I take it? So, it is what it is. Extremely busy for us as usual. Really looking forward to the next couple of weeks, even though I don't get to spend it at home much. Thank you to Mrs. Weaving for yet again being extremely tolerant. And let's just hope for a slightly quieter, rest of the month really after that. But you can't pick them. Hello Cheryl. I guarantee you, the moment that the world realises I'm at home for a couple of days, I'm sure. I think there's like a secret Facebook club that we don't know about, that they've almost got a camera rigged up in my house. And the moment I go anywhere near to my sofa, I think the veterans go, right, whose turn is it to play up, or shall we all play up and go in opposite directions just to make it even more fun? One of my trustees has just brought out a little comment here. There is, on our Forgotten Veterans UK YouTube channel, there is a video of the Op Sausage cadets 3-dayer here. Problem is it's got such a big file because it's like 40 minutes long. We were unable to put it onto Facebook. So if you'd like to see what we did with the cadets over those few days, then that's on our on our YouTube channel there. It's not something that's really grown that much because a lot of the supporters are all through Facebook. So if you'd like to have a peruse through that video, it's good times. And we've already had another cadet unit come through and say, we saw what you did with these guys, and we'd be interested if you could do the same for us at some stage. So that's super. Oh, excuse me. So that's absolutely superb. Stephen Haynes, I will see you tomorrow, my friend. Bright and early-ish. Looking forward to spending the week with you. So that's it, really. Unless anyone's got anything else they want to say, Cheryl, I'm looking at getting some of my clients down to you. Yes, Cheryl, that'd be wonderful. More the merrier. It's great to work alongside other people. Graham Heron, one of your cadets, maybe. Right, gotcha. So, well, just watch out. Watch out for the live feeds over the next few days. Watch out for the media. Hopefully we're going to be on the news and various bits and bobs like that. And let's just raise as much money as we can whilst having kind of fun. Fun if you're not sat in a Portaloo, maybe not so fun if you are. But big respect to these four guys that are going to do this. You know, a lot of them have passed their best. I'll say that. And for them to sit in a Portaloo for 5 days, how I've managed them to even talk them into this is unbelievable, really. And I promise you, if I was capable of sitting in that Portaloo for 5 days, physically, I would have been in there. But as you know, I've got a lot of health issues and neck and spinal problems, and I just wouldn't have been able to do it. But I'm with the guys, and we will be looking after them. You know, they're not going to want for anything whilst they're there. And we will be the first. We as a charity, we're the first to do many things, but I think we'll be remembered for the first ones to sit in a Portaloo for 5 days without leaving it. Hopefully the weather will be kind, not too sunny, because I've been in a Portaloo in Afghanistan and they ain't fun places. You know, you can manage to lose half a stone whilst having a poo. So hopefully it won't be too hot for the guys. But there'll be plenty of interviews, plenty of interaction, plenty of live feeds, so you can support them as you go. Right, I'm going to leave that for today. I've done my little plug for today. Please share the live feed. Please get behind the fundraiser. All of that. La-di-da, la-di-da. Guinness Book of Records coming down. No. And the reason being, because there was too much red tape. They wanted us to come out of a Portaloo once an hour for 10 minutes. And we were like, well, that's not sitting in a Portaloo for 5 days. That's popping out the Portaloo whenever you fancy a break. And yeah, there was just too much red tape. They wanted months of planning ahead. It just it wasn't going to work out. So it's an unofficial world record for sitting in a Portaloo. And I don't think we're going to have any people trying to beat it soon, I'll be quite honest. It may be a record in infamy, but we'll see. All right, so I'm Gaz Weaving. I'm the founder and the CEO of Forgotten Veterans. Luckily, you crazy mother foes loving this and like to follow it and like to back it and like to donate to it, and we couldn't do this without you. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye. Bye-bye for now.